Gotta get that plugged in. Gotta get the messages all going. This bad boy into position. Come in. Okay, so I need a 15 millimeter. Alright, so what I'm going to do, Andy, when I pull this up, I need you to grab the belt right here
That
and
one?
slip it off the top of this, but don't let it fall all the way down, okay?
Off the pulley, right?
Off the pulley.
This one.
Yes. Right?
Yep. And this one's off.
Alright. So, we just want to work on these couple, so we don't lose our routing. This back on. Back on. Here. That. Come on, get on there. There we go. Alright, tell you what we're gonna have to do. Pull it all the way off. Let's see how it runs. Alright. Why don't you start it up? Let's see if the noise is going away, okay? What's up, guys? We got noises. What do we got on here? Jaybird? Who else? Gary? Alright, fire it up, Andy. Sounds like something else to me. Alright, shut off. Almost sounds like a flywheel. Like something's driving it. Andy, start it up again. I wonder if we got a issue with the torque converter getting on the coming loose. Let's go down there and pull the inspection cover off. You want to tell Dad to come out here so he can hear what I'm hearing? It's got a weird noise, guys. I don't know what's going on.
He's already gone.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like it's an inspection cover. There's something behind the inspection cover. up again to see if I can hear it differently. It's not a pulley. That's so. I know it's not a pulley. I know that for sure, Gary. So it's got a bell sound to it. It almost sounds like it does. It sounds like that high pitched squeal that you're hearing. Right next to it, it sounds like it's got a ring, like it's the torque converter's snapping up against the flex plate. Or maybe the starter's not completely disengaging and the flywheel's ticking across the starter, the teeth on the starter. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, this truck's gonna have to sit and thaw out before I get underneath of it and take a bath in salt water. Not fun. Huh. That's the bad thing about the videos. It's really kind of hard to hear what's going on. You only hear a little bit, you know. So, yeah, that sucks. I don't know. I'm stumped. Really don't know until you get underneath of it and give it a check. You know what I mean? So, the next thing we do. Actually, you know what, Andy? I do have an idea.
Oh no.
It is scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get a loosening rod. Something metal. We got a flashlight out here. Go look in the door, passenger door of my truck. See if right in this pocket. See if there's a like a head flashlight, or better yet, is my flashlight my headlight in the car? See if it's still in under the steering column of my car. You might have to go around the back of the truck, Andy. Fan belt in my hand. Yeah, right. You're way off on that one. That bald spot's really driving me crazy. I don't like it. Look up under the dash. Is it still there? All right, give me a second. Follow me, guys. It's not gray. I'm not that old yet. Where's the bell housing at? Start it up, Andy.
Ready?
Yep. Give a little gas. Stop. Don't cut off. Don't rev it. Give a little gas. Alright, stop. Give it the gas. Alright, shut off. So that tells me it's definitely coming from the transmission area. Definitely goes away when it gets a little quieter and things warm up. But as soon as you revved on it, you can literally hear it smacking around inside. So that means we're going to have to pull the inspection cover, probably pull the starter. And hopefully it's not a crack in the flywheel, because that means the transmission's got to come out. Hopefully it's just a loose torque converter bolt or a starter hanging up on it and just kind of clicking off. You know what I mean? So, yeah, stick a metal rod up there, put it against your ear, pull the flap of your ear over, and you can hear the vibrations all the way through. Hit it in different multiple areas. I know it's not valve train related because it didn't sound like that up in there. As soon as I got down to the inspection cover, that's when I heard it clear as day what was going on. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna have to pull it all the way down. Now, since we're in here, let's give the old belts a good old check out, huh? Well, we know the belt. Let's do a little inspection here, huh? How about that? So, grab the pulleys, give them a little spin, give them a little wiggle. This one actually has some play. So this one here could use replaced. It's got a little bit of side-to-side play. And as I spin it, I can kind of hear it, and I can feel it's not as smooth. Idler seems smooth, and it's tight. So we should probably put a tensioner on it. AC clutch, good. Grab the fan belt, grab the fan. No side play on the water pump, we're good. Alternator, give her a spin. Up and down, side to side movement, nothing. Power steering pump. It's not leaking, it's good, but it's got a little bit of play. I think the power steering pump will be fine because it doesn't lose power steering fluid. We haven't had a problem with it. And to be honest with you, this truck's only got about, I think it's only got like 70 or 80,000 miles on it. Now, our belt. Actually, the belt's really nice shape. It's not cracked or anything on the inside. Looks good. Multiple spots. Belt's actually a pretty good belt on here. I would say reuse the belt. Not gonna hurt nothing. But we do need to figure out what's going on with the noise on the transmission. Everything else looks pretty good on here. I know the air filter was nice and clean. Right, it sounds tinny. Right, exactly. It's definitely a tinny sound. So that's why I'm thinking it's, well, not only that, like I said, once I hit the back of the transmission, that's all I heard. Yeah, I hope it's not cracked. That would definitely be not a fun one, but the truck's a clean truck. It's only got, like I said, 80 or 90,000 miles on it. It's, even if it is cracked, it's worth the time and effort. Pull the transmission, change the flex plate out, put it all back together. Not that hard on these trucks. They got a lot of room up on the back of the firewall, so not too horrible, if you know what I mean. You get my drift and you kind of catch what I'm saying. And hey, what would be a Dodge without a transmission problem, right? We all got transmission problems. Alright, so now that we're done with that, let's do a little update here. We're getting stuff done. Alright, here, let's do this. Got the radiator kind of positioned. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to hit the steering box, which, man, it's awfully dang close. I mean, we're talking half an inch of clearance between the box and the radiator. So I really don't know what I'm going to do. I probably should just get the notched radiator for this. I don't really know yet. Upper control arms are done. I have the bump steer kit on its way, the new sway bar on its way. Let's see, what else do we got going on? Vintage air system has been ordered. It is on its way. We're gonna ship that out here next week. So that'll be cool. I finally have everything for the fuel system, so we can kind of start on that. Parts are finally starting to show up. It's kind of what I'm getting at. So parts showing up, that means I can get back to work on this thing and finally get a fire up done on it or something. It's getting itchy. I'm wanting to hear it run. You just purchased this is all the stuff for Pandora. They said hopefully in the next week or two we got everything coming in. Evil Energy, that's where I got all my fuel lines from, so bought 50 feet of fuel line. Ought to be enough. Couple fittings for the gas tank to go from pipe thread to, yeah, Dodge truck. Couple of fittings go from pipe fitting to AN thread, so all the fuel lines are good. I got that mess of parts I got to go through. All that stuff's supposed to go in the car, but I'm waiting on a lot of things. I'm waiting on Vintage here to get here so we can do a proper wiring install with with all systems in. That means fuel pump will be in, lights will be located, AC system will be in, gauge pack. I already have the information on the gauge system I'm gonna need. And we just start running wires and getting it done. Finally figured out where I was gonna lay everything. Got my steering column's been put in, master cylinder's been put on. I gotta hook the brake lines up yet, but gotten some work done here recently. No, I didn't. No, that's actually that guy right there. That's my older brother. It's his truck. Um, Pandora just caught the phone. Tough paint, Daryl. We're gonna keep that phone away from the car. Yeah, he bought that. What, about 5 years ago?
5 years ago.
He got a good little deal on it too. It's a nice truck. Just 6-cylinder, 2-wheel drive, standard cab, rubber floors, crank windows. Just a good work truck. No frills, no bunch of stuff to go wrong with it. Very predictable. You can't ask for more. I actually like a stripped out work truck. Actually, that's a pretty stripped out truck too. It ain't got a whole lot of bells and whistles in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the creature comforts, but sometimes it's just like the acronym, you know? KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And keep it stupid, simple. Something along them lines. Or simple, stupid, keep it? I don't know. Figure that out. It really is. And for an Ohio truck, she's got a little bit of rust. I mean, if you look at the back of the fender well, she's got a little bit starting there. A little at the bottom, but it's an Ohio truck. It's, you know, Ohio farm truck. I mean, it's actually in really nice shape for an Ohio truck. He's had not a bit of problems with it. This is really the first time we've ever had to really kind of open the hood and do anything besides oil changes. We got a pretty decent paint job on it still. I'd like to get a little bit of patchwork done to a couple of the rust areas to kind of keep her at bay, you know what I mean? Just something else to go wrong, all the extras. Give me a seat and give me a flyboard seat and a screwdriver to operate the throttle with. We're good to go. I'll use my feet to steer. You know what I mean? I did space the wheels out a little bit. I did space the wheels out half an inch, which, believe it or not, put them better in the wheel well and actually lowered the car a little bit more. Should get a little bit better turning out of it. I have to space the rear wheels out because we are hitting the inner fender, inner wheelhouse. But that's what's nice about these rims, is they're close and I can play with spacers to finally figure out what I want to do for back spacing. I can adjust them with washers and everything else and then take my measurements. You know? Kind of like that. I want to do a cold start today on his Cadillac, but she kind of stuck there in the back corner of the garage in a tight little spot where I can't get into it. It hid it from me, basically. So, my dad ordered a truck. I've had a couple of cars. They were pretty stripped out. But stripped out cars are easy to get. Like this car. This car was stripped of all options. It had no options. 3-speed on the column. I think it had rubber floors. Probably had rubber seats. I mean, there was no options in this car. Very, very basic. Just transportation is all it was. Well, my dad ordered a truck in 2007. Was that the old Ford? Was in 07, right?
I think so.
He ordered a Ford in 07. He was a Ford guy for some reason. It was stripped of everything. Right? Crank windows, no AC. I mean, dude, he was stripped of everything. And you got it for like, I want to say he paid $13,000 for a new truck because he didn't have no options. 66 Pontiac Executive. I don't think I've ever heard of that. And I'm a car guy. What's a Pontiac Executive? You wouldn't think an Executive would be a stripped out car. That would be like 66 Pontiac mailroom worker. Stripped down Bonneville. Okay. I'm just kind of baffled with the name though. You got a stripped down base model. You're lucky we gave you cranks for your windows. Pontiac. And they called it an Executive. I'm gonna have to look them up. Hey, I like a Bonneville. I think I'd actually here recently looked at a 66 and a 67 Bonneville. Those are sharp looking cars. 389 and nothing else. Sounded like Pops was buying a hot rod to me. Because then you can get a 426. But if Pop sprung for the 389 on a stripped out car, sounded like Pops was getting a race car. That's like the old 60 Biscayne that I had. It was a 348 tri-power car, stripped of every option. It had a 4-speed on the floor. That car, no, it had 3-speed on the floor. You tell me that 2-door sedan with no options, a 3-gear on the floor with the tri-power, the 348 trips. Somebody bought themselves a weekend hot rod. Oh, I bet it smoked the tires forever, and you probably know for a fact that it would smoke the tires forever. He jumped the car one time. Took it over an intersection. Lost all the hubcaps.
By Sailor's office.
Why did he leave? He's coming up and says, oh, just take it at speed. Don't worry about it. Why he would listen if he's beyond me. That car left the ground. We hit, and it was like a movie. It was funny. It was like a movie. We hit, and them hubcaps just went all over the place. Rolled off. We couldn't even find them. They went somewhere in the weeds. We couldn't find them nowhere. We had to run over to my grandpa's house because he had a haddock full of hubcaps, and we're searching and scrounging, trying to find the correct hubcaps for the car so Dad wouldn't know. Of course, we never found the right hubcaps. We used to drive in the cemetery all the time because my grandma said, drive in the cemetery, you can't kill no one there. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to get going. I'm going to get this truck kind of popped back together here real quick. And tomorrow, I'm going to be out here with Vic from Diecast Dreams and pretending to be a car guy. He's up here hanging out. So you can be out here tomorrow. We're going to play around a little bit. So come back, join in, do whatever. All right, guys. Gary, take it easy.